Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
This is a big day for the Mike O'Mara Show, ladies and gentlemen. A really, really big day. Probably one of the biggest days of the year for us because we are so excited, I should say. We've been sitting on this for a good long time. We apologize for the delay for those of you that are joining us at 9:30 Eastern time today. For you streamers, this is big news. We've been putting the details together for quite some time, and I could jump right in and give you the announcement, or I could just run a little television presentation for you to know what's going on. But I think before we do that, our thanks to Mr. Soroka for all the behind-the-scenes dealings with everything he's done. We also have a big show on the show today. We will be chatting with Sean Greenwood from Ben & Jerry's, who's got a bunch of new stuff that he wants to talk about. It was Oscars last night. We've got just a lot on our plate. But let's start because there's been speculation as to what our announcement was going to be. And some of you were close. But I think really, without any waiting whatsoever, let's dive right into the television commercial. Lay it on us, Mr. Soroka. Fun. We bring it to you. Come aboard. We are drinking with you and fun. The best thing to have. Let it flow. Flow right out of you. TMOS Love Boat. We will be making our debut run. TMOS Love Boat. We always put the FU in fun. Set a course for December, your mind on another blast and fun. Won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile, not an open sore. It's fun. TMOS, don't get happy. Fun.
All right.
There it is. Yes, we are doing it. We are doing a cruise coming up in December, the first week in December. We are going to be on board, and we could not be more excited about this, ladies and gentlemen. The Mike O'Mara Show crew aboard the spectacular MSC Seaside for an unprecedented weekend at sea. We will depart on Friday, December 5th from fabulous Miami Beach. Right on the beach. We're walking right across. No, we're not. And that evening, we will depart, and we will have a cocktail party, a TMOS cocktail party. Saturday, an epic excursion to Nassau, and a live TMOS show that evening. Sunday, a visit to a dazzling private island, followed by TMOS Team Jeopardy. If people don't want to necessarily go to the show they have on the boat, which I'm not sure about. We haven't talked about
Isn't
that
it
yet.
the beautiful Danny Gans out in the boat?
I have no idea. He's
there should
dead,
be time for both.
That's good. So anyway, we go to the private island, then we have TMOS Team Jeopardy. We return on Monday to Miami armed with memories of a lifetime. Your package includes the beverage package, $50 in onboard credit, the Wi-Fi package, all your food, an exclusive TMOS Love Boat gift bag, and of course, the private TMOS events, your accommodations, and onboard entertainment. Interior, ocean view, and balcony cabins are available. Balcony cabins sell out first, so don't wait. Secure your spot with just a small deposit and ask about easy financing. Book now at tmoscruise.com. If you have any questions, hit us up at cruise@MikeO'MaraShow.com. Reserve your cabin right now. This is huge, so don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime TMOS adventure. Book your spot today. We have already booked some cruise cabins for some of our special bonus show subscribers. They got the early dibs on the announcement, which we made on the bonus show, and this is really, really fun. This ship, until we made the announcement on Friday's show for our bonus show subscribers, I had not looked at the ship, and I wanted Josh to roll the video of the Seaside. That's the name of the boat, right? The MSC Seaside.
Yes, it is.
Can you roll that? Because this
yes.
this is the boat right here. That's the ship that we will be on. 19 decks, 2,066 cabins.
Let's film them
Oh
all.
my God! Look at that.
That's the 4-story atrium, Mike. That's the showplace of the boat.
This is so pretty. It's
Gorgeous,
such a
modern
beautiful
looking.
boat.
Oh,
Modern looking. It is
No,
modern.
it's
Well, that's what
modern.
I'm
It's
saying.
like 5 years old or something.
but it's got a
he's had a
modern
bad
look to
he's
it.
had a bad morning. Don't worry. He's had a bad morning. And he goes,
But,
quiet.
and as people sign up, I'm going to continue to expand on the commercial.
Okay.
So we'll
very
continue
good.
to add guests at that intro.
So you're going to be in your TV commercial, art gallery, photo gallery. Let's see. Is that an
That's
Italian
chocolate,
restaurant?
I think.
Oh, chocolate. Wow.
Chocolate
Look at that
bar.
gift shop. This is so cool. By the way, we are doing a live show on the boat. We are doing a wonderful cocktail party the very first night, right after you get on board. So why wait? Why wait for the imbibing? The Jungle Pool Lounge on deck 18.
God.
18?
Yeah.
Good God. There's another bar. The pool bar.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be any lack of places to get something to quench your thirst.
I think we should do I'll do an impromptu ping pong tournament. There's another pool.
Oh, I was
The
going to challenge you
exclusive-
to bowling, Mike.
Oh, they have bowling on the boat too.
That's
You
right,
jumped
yeah.
the gun on that. They're going to show the bowling alley here in a second. There's another pool. It's at the top. Got to go up there. See what's going on up there. Oh, this is so pretty. Miami Beach Bar, deck 16. This is a massive ship. South Beach Pool, deck 7.
Just that elevator with the glass walls looks like a great view.
Oh, yeah.
Going up and down.
absolutely. Yeah.
Kind of amazing it still floats, isn't it?
But, Mike, like you or me, it displaces a lot of water.
It does.
And the
Zip
zip line,
lining.
of course, where you go through pipes.
December 5th through the 8th. That's what we're doing this. TMOScruise.com. That's where you can get all your information, or you can go to our website and click on the cruise. This entire event is being done by the Mike O'Mara Show in conjunction with Cruises.com, who have been, Josh, you tell me, very, very nice to deal with, correct?
Yeah, they are now reserving more balcony rooms for us because we've had great response this
Oh,
weekend.
that's great.
If we do know that dollars are a factor for people, there is a payment plan available for this, so you can book it and
I believe
get
it's
ready for that.
$112 to make your reservation,
That's
and
awesome.
then they break it into multiple payments.
That's
That
awesome.
is awesome for the kids. We're bringing Michael. I know Josh is bringing his 11-year-old on the boat. This
Yep,
is going to
both
be
of
a
them.
lot of fun, and they've got plenty of activities for the kids, water slides as well. And if you've never been to the Bahamas, it's a wonderful excursion into Nassau. And we're there for a whole day in Nassau, and then a
And are
private
you
island.
excited for that Epstein Island?
Epstein Island is the part I wasn't going to. It's a side trip for a very, we're going to draw. If you bring an automobile, put your key in the fishbowl, and we'll see who gets to go to Epstein. There's the water slide.
But you have to bring an automobile on the cruise with you.
Arcade games and bowling. There's one thing I haven't seen yet I'm a little concerned about. There's the
What's
bowling
that?
alley Rob
Yeah,
was talking
yeah.
about. All right, we have arcade
Remember-
games.
This video saves the best for last.
All right, because I just want to make sure it's got what I
Interactive
Require.
cinema.
Yeah, it's got your hiding spot.
look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna go to the front. I'm gonna go to the front of the boat. I'm the king of the world. The is that the Oriola Spa? I'm sorry, the
What?
Aurea Spa. I'm sorry.
That's not right.
Look at the oils. There's the spa. A spa. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Look for
wonderful.
Mike and me in that soaking tub.
Really, really beautiful ship. Just beautiful amenities. on
Saunas.
this. Are those kettle drums, steel drums, going to be playing
Yes.
the entire time? That's
They
wonderful.
can stop at any time you like.
That's so cool. That's the classic porthole. I love looking at the ship. I really
Mm-hmm.
do. It's another bar. That's a nice little bar there. That's the spa bar, I think. So, you can
The
sit
spa
there.
bar? There's a spa bar. That's
Well, I
neat.
think it is. I think it's the Aura Spa. A barber shop.
Excellent.
Everything. I'm still waiting on the most important part, though.
I believe you will see it.
Oh, I'm going to get a petty. When I'm there.
Don't be so petty.
A little workout. Beautiful gym. Carla was excited about the gym. Really, really excited. They have a lot of facilities on there. So you can get, before your day of imbibing and eating, you can, work out in the morning.
Or that's where we'll have the treadmill race.
Yeah, time it. Piazza Grande. Oh, gifty shoppy, the boutique. Fine
Watches, Mike. They have watches on board.
Yes. Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Really, it's such a gorgeous ship. We cannot be more thrilled about partnering with MSC.
With all those bars, remember, the drinks are included.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Drinking package included.
Now they're showing some of the restaurants. This is a seafood restaurant, the Seashore. Beautiful. The Ipanema restaurant. Looks like fine dining as well. What is that? That's the Butcher's
This is a
Garden?
steakhouse.
Oh, I can tell
Steakhouse.
by the cow skin. That's it. Butcher's Cut, Deck 16. And what I love about all of these restaurants is the beautiful views they have from each one, where you really
Yeah.
get a sense of me. They put a lot of thought into this. This is a very, very Asian market kitchen. So, God, they've got a hibachi restaurant as well. Oh my God, this is really what you'd normally see at an all-inclusive resort, but it's all on the ship. The Seaview Lounge, can chat up there, play cards, strip poker, anything you want to do. The sports bar. It's going to be football season when we're on the boat. Very, very exciting. That's a soccer ball, beach ball there. The Bistro Le Bohème. Oh, man, it just goes on and on, but I still haven't seen what I need to see to make sure. Is that it?
I
Is
believe
that the
it's
end of
coming.
the
No, there's
video?
another pool
There's
and
another
another
pool.
bar.
The Haven Lounge. All right. So many places to hide. I'll find them.
Billiards.
A billiards room for those pool hustlers out there that love it.
How's that work on a ship while the ship's moving? Won't your balls roll around?
No, I think it's pretty cool if if it's not rocking and rolling. We've got a huge theater there, a giant theater where they put theatrical productions on. I think this is just
Here you
there. It
go.
is.
Yay!
Hello, the Miami Casino. Thank you very, very much. Bet the numbers, bet the slots.
Bet your numbers.
Oh my God! And I get the Do Not Disturb sticker for my back. It's very, very exciting. The Garage Club, that looks like maybe a little casual dining place, perhaps. Or no, it's a bar. It's another
Yeah,
bar.
for casual drinking, Mike.
All right, so all you have to do to get on our cruise is go to cruise@MikeO'MaraShow.com, or you can go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the cruise.
It's right
And-
at the top banner right now.
top banner right now. We really were blown away at the early number of cabins that we sold. We're very, very excited. So are the good folks at cruises.com. And this is the MSC Seaside you're seeing. This is the ship we will be on. This is the actual ship
Yep.
that you are seeing video, the MSC Yacht Club restaurant. That's beautiful. These places,
I think we need
just
to make
amazing.
it. I think we need to make it a 10-day cruise so we can see the whole boat, because it is. I mean, this is so big. and
You will
keeps
be
going.
hard pressed on a weekend cruise to explore everything, but do your best when we're there. And I just think it's absolutely fantastic. A grill and bar, and there she is. There she is, the MSC Seaside and the TMOS Love Boat Cruise. We are so happy. Have the people at the Love Boat called our lawyers yet? Have they, Josh? And let us know.
Not yet. We're good.
Featuring,
I don't know if they're alive.
Our
The Love
lawyers?
Boat lawyers.
Yeah, really, really super cool. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Josh put a tremendous amount of time into this, and we are so grateful for that. We really, really are.
Yes.
You did a great job with everything. And the people at cruises.com have been wonderful too. So if you want to go, now's your chance. They are going to be keeping our room specials open until mid-May, is it? Is that when they're doing this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but that doesn't mean. Well, we have a certain amount saved.
We have
by
a certain
midday.
amount of our rooms.
So
Okay.
we've already had to open up some more rooms.
Okay.
So there's still a chance our listeners take all those up before May.
Okay, so it's if you want to keep track of what we're doing again, Sunday. Let me see. I'll look at all here. Weekend at sea. Depart Friday from Miami that evening. TMOS cocktail party. Saturday, epic excursion to Nassau and a live TMOS show that evening. Sunday, a visit to a dazzling private island, followed by Team Jeopardy that night. We return on Monday to Miami, and the beverage package is included, $50 onboard credit, Wi-Fi package, all your food, an exclusive TMOS Love Boat gift bag, and, of course, the private events that are included with the price of your cruise.
This
Payment
is the
plans
shirt that's in the
available.
gift bag.
It's wonderful.
Well,
Beautiful.
the gift bag is really cool, and it's waiting for you in your room. I don't know if you ever had that pleasure of having something waiting for a room when you check in. You feel like a big shot. It's
As
so
I mentioned
cool.
before, the only other cruise I was on was wife number one, and a guy died. That was what I remembered.
Yeah, we're
So
going to go
please-
with no deaths.
Yeah, no deaths. Please don't go dying on me when you're on this boat. I urge you to not do that. Academy Awards, we'll mention it in the news today. I decided, because I'd heard so much buzz about it, that I would take in The Brutalist over the weekend. So I started it on Thursday, finished it late last night. Now, it's a long movie. It's a long movie.
That's
and
the
then
one with the Adrian Brody, right?
Adrian Brody won
Can you
Best
thumbnail
Actor.
the plot? Because they didn't do a very good job on the Oscars last
He
year.
is a Holocaust survivor. He flees from Hungary. He is an architect, educated architect, a brilliant architect, flees to the United States, separated from his wife and the daughter of his wife's sister or his sister. And he has a tough time in the United States. He has addiction issues, but he is, at his core, one of the most brilliant architects in the history of architecture, and that is his story. And I found it to be compelling, but long. And at the end, you always watch that when it's getting all the, when it's getting the rumors, the Oscar buzz, you always watch it with that eye. And at the very end, I said, yeah, it's good. And then I didn't watch Honora, the
that's what
sex
I
worker
found.
movie. Yeah.
With all these Best Picture nominees, when you go to like a Rotten Tomatoes score, it's always
Yeah.
really high on the critics
Right.
and lower for the audience.
It's a long slog. It's a bit of a long slog, but
Can
it's
you
really
guess
interesting.
for me-
Interesting character development. So I like that.
I know Brutalist is one. How many other Oscar-nominated films have you seen this year? Because I did a count for me.
Dune 2.
Okay.
I saw that one. I did not see Honora. I started with, is it Amelia Perez? Is that the movie?
yes, I
hello?
believe that is right. Yeah.
And didn't see a lot of the. You'd have to mention them to me and whether I'd see them. I
Well,
I
did you
will
watch?
tell
Did you watch Enclave?
I did. You mean Conclave?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was a movie about Buicks. I get them confused.
Right? You saw the one without the sea.
I did not watch that one yet. But isn't everybody in the same boat where the nominees this year are not the run out and everybody see it movies, and they
I've
don't
seen none of them.
they don't release movies like they used to anyway.
You're right.
So it's hard to track down. I saw after it won the Oscar last night for Best Picture, I went and turned on a trailer of Honora, and Honora looks fantastic. It does. And if I'd known that, I might have taken it in before. But, last night I was half watching the Conan monologue. I give it a good, solid 5. I give
Yeah.
it a good, solid 5. Have we become so jaded where now all the tricks are boring? Where, he takes a clip from a movie with special effects and he comes out and you kind of could see it a mile away. I thought Conan was funny. He's confident in in his role as a host. However, the jokes seem to be
Soft.
trite.
He's
and
better.
you see him coming a mile away,
He's better when he's forced to be just Conan.
Yeah.
He is an acerbic, unhappy person that does well with ad libs, and so when he's structured, I don't think it's as funny. I tuned in at like 8:40 last night, 8:30 or so, and I watched 25 minutes before I saw Conan. So I think
Right.
they were not using him very much at all. It was, I thought that he was probably a good choice, but then they didn't use him when he could be used, which is to break up the different awards.
Well, it was the whole thing with the Academy Awards is the best editing for a foreign language South American film. It's just they go on, they go on, they go on.
Had you seen all of the nominated short subjects, Mike?
I don't think that we have the ratings for award shows aren't what they used to be. This won't move that meter.
No,
I think the last time I remember a movie everybody saw and everybody knew was going to win was Titanic. That's how far back you have to go to get. I mean, it seems to me that the movies are not like what they part of our culture. So we'll talk about it during the news today. But I think that looking at that trailer, which is Honora, which is about sex workers, it was weird to hear them because I hadn't seen the movie.
Right.
It was weird to hear them give credit to the sex workers, basically giving credit to the hookers. Like to thank the hookers out there for making yourselves available for all of that. So I don't know. They say it's Pretty Woman, only a little more graphic. So that works for me. I'd be very interested to see what that's all about. But once again, when these movies come out, you don't know when they're going to be in theaters. You don't know when they're going to stream. You don't know whether they're going to be released streaming or released in theaters or both, at what time, when they're going to do. The whole thing seems to a little bit mucked up. Oh, the one bit that Conan did do about Conan O'Brien seeing a movie in a theater,
yeah,
that was just dumb. That was just stupid. I didn't think it was funny.
Did it seem like a lame idea that was drawn out like 75,000 times too long? It might have been a decent monologue joke, but it didn't merit what it got, I think.
Yeah.
When I look at previous Best Picture winners, I have to scroll back to 2012 to see a movie that I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
difficult. It's that type of movies.
And there are these epics that go on and on and on. And I think the word comes to mind, self-indulgent.
Yes.
When I see a long shot, in the case of The Brutalist, of a train, that it seemed like it was a 3-minute shot of a train with the smoke coming out of the smokestack, and it's like on and on.
Yeah,
okay,
it's your Dr.
we get
Zhivago syndrome. It's a 20-minute story stretched out to 3 hours.
2 hours and 19 minutes for Nora.
Well, see,
That seems reasonable.
It's
Last
reasonable.
Year was
That's still
Oppenheimer
long,
over
though.
3.
And it was over 3 for The Brutalist. It had an intermission. Brutalist had an intermission.
Oh,
It's weird
no.
when you're watching it online in your home, when you're streaming it in your house, and I pop for the $19 to watch it, and they have an intermission. It's like, where am I going to go? Come on.
I will never watch The Brutalist simply because it's 3 hours and 35 minutes long.
3 hours and 35 minutes. I watched it start to finish with a breakup. I did have a breakup where I watched maybe the first half hour and then took a day, came back, joined it in the afternoon.
I need that broken into like 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's a bit.
A
It's a bit
miniseries.
much.
Make it a miniseries, yeah.
So neither one of you have seen that fabulous. Adrian Brody deserved the best actor. I think he's that good.
Well,
but
he
I think the
deserves
story-
best nose.
But boy, there are a few scenes in the Brutalist where it is pretty brutal. And by the way, call me an idiot. Call me somebody who doesn't know anything about architecture. Is Brutalist? Is that his style of architecture? Is that why it was called the brutal? Because he goes through a brutal time. That's for sure. I know that he is brutalized in this movie, but I have to know. Somebody look up and
Brutalist architecture is a style that uses raw concrete and exposed structure elements to create minimalists.
There it is. All right, and he
But
does,
also, Mike, a double meaning if he's brutalized.
oh, he is
So, yeah.
in a prison way.
Oh, dear.
yeah.
That's, you know
Yeah.
what that is? Disrespectful.
Right. And by the way, I shouldn't do this.
No, you should.
In the scene where, he has a little prison love,
Yes.
I didn't find that credible. It just seems to me that when that happened, it wouldn't be over that quick.
It wasn't the way you remembered it.
You thought the movie should be a little longer.
I think if you're gonna, add credibility to a scene where a guy's, then it would be, it just would be. It seemed to be awfully diminished the scene.
I understand.
Not that I wanted Ned Beatty. Don't get me wrong. I didn't want the
You want a
Deliverance.
happy medium.
Oh! Dear God. But because it does have a little sexy time in it as well. That is I wouldn't call it graphic, but it's also, you know what's going on. It's there, and it happens. And at one point, I thought we were going to see Adrian Brody's little Adrian, but we didn't. Maybe we do. We see his little.
Did you look in the mirror?
He cracks us up, if you know what I mean. We see a little of that. You know.
Oh, Da'as.
Yeah, Da'as is featured prominently. Now I'm getting a lot of people that are going to be renting this movie or buying it. What's the deal also? Why can't you, Apple, why are you ripping us off by not letting us rent right from the get-go? Why do we have to buy if we want to see something earlier? I think that's a ripoff, and we didn't have to do that.
You know what it is? They are replacing VHS and DVD. How they would be available at Blockbuster first and then for sale. So they're trying to balance out a way to make make you buy it.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. And but the one thing I wanted to talk about is I see a commercial, the local commercial feed during the Oscars.
Yeah.
Or it might have even been a recap of the Oscars. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when I saw the commercial, but this is my own little trip. I think it's fine when a physician is fit and takes care of them. I think if you see a doctor who appears to have taken care of himself, that's a good thing.
Right.
And you see a dentist who is physically fit, that's a good thing. However, when that taking care of yourself, it transitions over to bodybuilding where he really looks like Mr. Olympia,
Yes.
that to me is cause for concern. If this guy, this doctor or dentist, in this case, it was an ad for a dentist.
Right.
And I'm watching the commercial. It was this morning when they're doing a recap of it. I'm watching it with Carla. I'm like, Carla, I'm sitting in my easy chair. Carla, look at that guy. Look at that. What the hell is that? And he's got the scrubs on and he's doing a dental commercial. And the dude is like jacked. He looks like I'm trying to think who's the wrestler that was in some of the Marvel franchises and is the big guy with the little head. He's in Groot. It's not John Cena. It's the other guy that's really no, it's not The Rock. It's the other guy. He's new on the scene. Really, he's an older guy. He was an older wrestler.
He was in the Knives Out sequel.
He's got a small head and a big body, and he's been
Batista.
Batista. So Batista, the guy has got a body like Batista. And
is this your guy?
No, that is it might be. It might be. I don't know. But it's another guy with the bald head. They all have bald heads, and they. It's just
It's a good club to be in, Mike. The bald head club.
Okay, we had a doctor down here.
Yes.
A pain doctor, guy that gives you the needle or does the pill for you. The guy was hinky. All right, the guy went away. If you know what I mean, he went. They put him in the hoos cow. He was playing fast and loose with Medicare and all that crap.
Yeah.
He got in big trouble. He was one of those guys that had the bodybuilder look. And if you're spending, to me. I'd like to see you hit those medical journals instead of the weight room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same goes for a dentist. While you're out there trying to bench press, how about you work a little bit more on your your root canals techniques? That's just my opinion on it. I think they ought to
Help a fella out. Please.
I mean, really, and it was really the same thing Rob and I always say about the Anchorman, where I'm like, this guy, look at this guy right here. And it's just I think all doctors on TV, it's a slippery slope to an extent. When you see the guy coming out, that just needs a little bit more of that ego gratification.
Yeah.
Like having your ass, smoke blown up your ass because you're a physician for your entire life ain't enough for you. You still got to go on the magic box and come on.
I had a magical treat last night, Mike, because I don't get ABC7 from DC on my antenna, but I do get Channel 2 out of Baltimore. So I was watching the Oscars on the Baltimore feed, and I got a lot of good commercials.
How come you didn't stream it?
What? I have an antenna. It pictures better on an antenna.
You get your TV from an antenna?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Gee,
great.
Josh, I can't imagine why we have technical issues on this show. I can't imagine.
No. I recommend antennas.
You
Picture
recommend
quality's-
antennas?
Oh,
Yes.
in your
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, the picture
Oh,
quality
yeah,
is a lot
now I
better
know
for
it's
your
100% okay, iPad. I understand. Everything's okay. By the way, Rob, just for the listening audience that doesn't always see everything behind the scenes,
Sure.
what was the total amount of time spent today on your technical issues? Did you add it up?
Yeah, I did. 48 minutes.
48 minutes.
But it was split between two different screw-ups.
Yeah. Antenna? Are you kidding me? An
Yeah, I wanted
antenna?
to- I
like
wanted to
on
tell
the
you.
roof antenna?
I
It was
wanted
on
to
the
tell
show
you
sheet
about
for
it.
like 3 weeks.
Yeah, when I installed it, it's on my deck. It's about 12 feet in the air on my deck, pointed at Washington, D.C. And I get probably 30 channels on it.
And Mike, the quality is better than streaming. It's better than DirecTV.
It's amazing.
It really is.
So Josh Soroka, when
Yes.
you were doing your smart house installations with TV,
Yes.
you would go into like a famous PGA Tour golfer and say, listen, I know you've got that $60,000 television. I'm now going to put rabbit ears on it so you can
I
get a
almost
picture.
fell off the roof of the owner of the Baltimore Ravens home working on his TV antenna
And
to
then
put it up.
and the finished product he was pleased with?
Yeah, it's amazing, especially in that DC Baltimore area, Annapolis, where you can get both channels. You can get all the DC channels and all the Baltimore channels, and it's digital now, and it's uncompressed. It blows away any type of streaming,
It's
or
outstanding.
even
yeah.
Comcast blows it all away.
And when Josh was putting that antenna up, he looked just like Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Then Charles Manson shows up in a little like
Man.
Mr. Softy truck and like walks to Sharon Tate's house. Very, very. I watched an analysis of that movie on how they did that, and apparently they wanted to the long shot. You just get that's how you're introduced to Manson, and they wanted to make him look small. There's just a lot of complexity with Quentin Tarantino, which I think is fascinating.
It's
the way
such
they
a
do
good
that.
movie. It is really fun.
Keep making movies, Quentin. So I don't know. I just think that it's interesting to think of a dentist or a doctor. And by the way, the guy that put my bionic hips in me, he was fit, but he was fit to the point where I'm fit where I do my little hour at 5 o'clock before I go into surgery fit. He wasn't the I'm all roided up. Let me get this tooth. Yank. And then your whole jaw comes out. I don't want that. I don't want that at all, And I don't want them to put their mothers in either. I don't want there's a guy down here, an eye doctor, put his mom in the commercial. She's no longer with us.
You don't trust that?
I don't like it. It's not that I don't trust it. I'm sure. Look, I don't put any. They might be perfectly capable. I'm just telling you, with my irrational fear of bodybuilding physicians and dentists,
Right.
I don't need to see that. And then I have a similar irrational fear if you put your mother, if you put your mom in any commercial, it disturbs me. It really does.
I have not done that in a couple of years.
I was going to say no bodybuilders in our commercial. We may add moms in the commercial.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, and there is no truth on the TMOS Love Boat cruise that we will be putting Russian hookers on the boat for some of our more needy listeners. We won't be doing that at all.
Well, we won't be doing it.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Dirk, come on over here. I'd like you to meet Ludmilla. There you go. Here's Ludmilla. So Josh told you, we got a break now, but Josh told you with the cruise, if you're getting your cabins, the sooner you do, there is a chance you too might be put in that TV commercial the next time we run. We're going to be running it all the way through May, so be aware of that.
I was surprised to see it on the Oscars last night on the Baltimore feed.
Pretty amazing stuff, the TMOS Love Boat. We will take a break, come back. We got a good roundtable of news for you, ladies and gentlemen. More thrills and more fun coming up on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa. Hey, what's your favorite memory captured on film or videotape? Chances are it's not easy to watch or share, because it's the quality, everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Legacy Box has the solution. Legacy Box makes digitizing your cherished films, tapes, reels, photos simple and safe. Just send in your Legacy Box and their team will professionally convert everything by hand right here in the U.S. You'll get your memories back on the cloud or a thumb drive along with your originals. They even preserved my Laserdisc copy of the Dirty Dozen. Love Jim Brown in that.
So good.
Thrilling flick. Now you can relax, Mr. Big Shot, because you have saved your family's legacy and all their memories forever. You're like Superman. Be a hero by rescuing your family's most cherished memories that haven't been watched or enjoyed in years. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to save 50. It's been a day. To save 50%. Buy today. Send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS. That's legacybox.com/TMOS. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
My
do it,
auxiliary
do it.
news theme today. Boom.
This is a TMOS Love Boat News Break. And now, here's Anchorman Mike O'Mara. Sex Work got some much-needed validation last night. Anora was the big winner at the Oscars. 5 statues. The movie won Best Picture, and Sean Baker won for writing, directing, and editing. Let me see. Mikey Madison won Best Actress, denying Demi Moore her first Oscar. But the Substance did win Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Adrian Brody won Best Actor for The Brutalist and droned on for more than 5 minutes. I'm so glad I didn't watch that. He even made them cut the playoff music so he could keep talking. Kieran Culkin, what an actor.
Yep.
I love Kieran Culkin. He won Best Supporting Actor for A Real Pain. And Zoe Saldana won Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Perez. The show wasn't very political. In fact, there wasn't a real political statement until an hour and 40 minutes in when Daryl Hannah came out to present an award and said, Slava Ukraine. And I back you up, Daryl Hannah. 1,000,000%. Slava Ukraine. Host Conan O'Brien took a shot at President Trump. Later in the show, he mentioned how well Anora was doing and said, quote, I guess Americans are excited to see somebody finally stand up to a powerful Russian. Funny. Conan O'Brien had a great entrance. He did that whole thing coming out of Demi's back in the Substance type of thing. Morgan Freeman did a very, very nice tribute to Gene Hackman.
Very nice.
At last night's Oscars. Now, Hackman's death still under investigation, and there's been some odd news coming out of New Mexico. I thought it was weird that we had no foul play suspected within 6 seconds of them discovering. It sounds to me like perhaps your local police department showed up, made an assumption it was carbon monoxide, and just shared that, when the fact is weird stuff is surrounding this. The investigation's continuing. Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy were showing signs of mummification. It turns out Gene was probably dead for more than a week. He had a pacemaker, and apparently shows that he died on February 17th, which is 9 days before their bodies were found. I don't care who you are, famous or not. This is weird stuff. Although authorities said originally they saw no signs of foul play. How do authorities show up and within 24 hours say, we don't have any signs of foul play? What's foul play? They have a hammer in the head? Is that the only thing that shows you foul play?
They don't want to do the paperwork. That's the deal.
The door was ajar. I mean, come on. Give me a break here. They said now nothing is off the table. Duh. You know, I watch enough Dateline to know that some of these investigations within the first, and they have a show called The First 48, can be so totally botched because it's handled by morons that are the first ones at the scene. I'm just curious about this story because I'm such a passionate fan, as I showed on the bonus show.
I'm the only one surprised that 9 days goes by. Like, they have kids, right?
I think they have kids that
out?
they might have been, the kids might have been a concern that there was no contact.
But I'd be concerned with my parents a lot sooner than 9 days.
Yeah, if my mom doesn't answer her cell phone or the location where she's at, I start to flip out. I want to make sure she's okay. I can't imagine going 9 days.
Look, when it's Modern Family, guys, I can say this on good authority. When it comes to relationships with my daughters, who I love, I do not have daily contact with my daughters. I don't necessarily have weekly contact with my daughters. So that is not unusual to me,
But
with
they
Carla
can click
and
on
Michael.
the internet and know if you're okay because you do a show every day.
They wouldn't know. I swear to God, they wouldn't know. I bet they wouldn't know. If the show just went dark, now if something was on the show about We regret to inform. That might be. You know what? Somebody would get word to them. I'm not
That's
trying
nice
to be
to
a
hear.
prick. I'm really
No.
not trying to be a prick. It's just not part of their
Mike-
world.
Which
you know?
kid do you want to call and say, hey, we haven't seen Mike in a while?
You can call either one of them.
Do you
and
want
they
me
would
to
be
make that?
concerned.
Do you want me to make that my responsibility when you pass away?
Not
To
after the
notify
way
them?
today's show went. No,
But it's also,
Unfortunately not. Yes.
Mike, it's also your style. I'll send a text message and you'll answer it in 2 weeks.
I know, because your text messages. Would it not be safe to say, Rob, that our level of communication is greater now than it ever has been on any incarnation of the show?
100%.
Stuff is
yes.
constantly going on. Stuff is constantly happening, and sometimes it slips through the cracks. And I am not the best responder. I'm not even going to say, do you think I've done better? Because I know I haven't. I know there are big chunks of time when I do not respond.
I
and
have
then
a
I will
hunch.
see.
We would text you like, "Are you okay?" And then we get ... Being embalmed. We'll call you back.
Yeah. Just don't bother me. I'm dead.
Yeah, I know.
One thing they've determined is that Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy did not die of carbon monoxide poisoning. Unfortunately, there were apparently no cameras inside or outside the property to aid in the investigation. I got me some blinks out on the outside of the house. I don't even use them anymore. I just put them up just to make people think there's a camera there. Well, there you go, burglars. Come on down.
Check
Yes,
your cameras,
sirree.
Mike. Maybe you have footage of Gene Hackman, just in case.
We'll see my blink camera. There he is. Our actor is brave for doing sex scenes. On the latest episode of his podcast, Rob Lowe brought up the lack of sex in movies these days, except for Nicole Kidman's performance in Baby Girl. I haven't seen Baby Girl. Nicole Kidman still manages to look stunning. And
do.
he questioned why it's considered brave for actors to do those scenes. Quote, they're like, it's so brave. She's so brave. She's brave because she has a sex scene. Like, that's brave now? In our day, it was required. He said in his early days, there was a page 73 rule. I love this.
Oh, wow.
You could just skip to page 73 of a script to see if you had to get naked. Quote, because of that mid-second act, which is notoriously the toughest sledding in storytelling. So that's interesting. That
Yeah.
he doesn't consider it brave because, he was a horn doggy anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to
wasn't he?
think. I mean, outside of the video that got out, did he do any nude scenes?
Oh, my God. He did, I think he probably did a lot of sex scenes in his career, of course. It's Rob Lowe, for God's sake.
Ass.
The website eatthis.com put out a list of the 100 unhealthiest foods on the planet. 100. I've got 10.
You know what? That's why I couldn't get that logo. I wanted to have a website called Eat This, and
Right.
I'd have a picture of me on the landing page
Eating.
pointing at myself.
That's it. Eat this. Oh, down here.
Yeah.
Eat this.
It was taken.
All right, here are the worst things to eat. Number
All right.
10, cake.
Had some last night.
If I had to give up a confection, cake would be there. I would have no problem giving up cake.
Fruit.
No problem whatsoever.
Fruit cake?
Does that really count?
It does. It's a cake.
Sure, it's not like a pudding.
It's like a pudding, but it's still a cake. It's a pudding-like cake.
I'm talking birthday cake, chocolate cake, strawberry
This surprises
cake.
me because you love the flavor of birthday cake.
I love birthday cake, but I would give it up. There are other things. Number 9. Oh my God, I'm glad he's not here.
What?
He'll be coming up in the next segment. Ice cream.
Oh, really?
I don't mean to put this on with Sean Greenwood coming up next on the show. Number 8, donuts. Man, like my favorite food.
Is this? I know. Is this from the website, or did you just write down your favorite?
Yeah.
Eatthis.com.
Am
number
I
6.
given a choice, would you do a raised donut or a cake donut or maybe even a
Which
jelly?
is a Krispy Kreme? What
A
kind is
Krispy
that?
Kreme is a raised donut. It's the
I
best thing
do
on
a
earth.
raised.
Okay, there you
Do a
go.
raised. Number 7, microwave popcorn, which I think mistakenly people think is good for you. It's not.
And it's garbage. You can pop popcorn so easy and it tastes good, and microwave popcorn always smells burnt.
Well, it's because it's the fake butter.
Yeah.
That's what ruins.
so good. To the top, please. Doesn't Homer put movie popcorn butter into his Milk Duds?
Into his Milk Duds, yeah. We're not supposed to put butter on the Milk Duds.
Number 6, cookies. Love cookies. I give up cake before cookies.
But
Hey,
you know
that's
what, Mike?
That's a show on Rob. that
Cake
Rob
and
does.
cookies together is not bad. It's sort of magical.
No, I think that ice cream and pie is a better combination
Yeah.
than cake and cookies.
Well, I was
It
talking
just-
about the show, not.
I think
food.
ice cream
sure.
and cookies is better.
ice cream and cookies. It can be. Well, they make sandwiches out of it. Number
You're
5,
missing the best thing is bread pudding and vodka.
fast food burgers at number 5. French fries at number 4. And here's one that you see on a lot of lists, and I am mindful of it, believe it or not. Processed meats like bacon and hot dogs. I'm always aware when I order a hot dog because it's a nitrate bomb and not
Yeah.
good for you. May contain snouts. Here's number 2, white bread. Avoid it. Avoid white bread, people. White bread not good for you.
That's why I
It's
always
not-
put my hot dogs on a rye roll
You're a white bread eater, aren't you?
every day.
Every day?
Not every day, but that's what I go to. It's,
What brand?
Pepperidge Farm. Pepperidge Farm Homestyle White.
Number 1. What do you think number 1 is on the list of bad food?
I'm gonna guess a little out of the outside of the box. Say whole milk.
Whole milk is incorrect. Josh Soroka, any guess?
Mm,
Take your time.
I'm going down the same path, but I was thinking cheese.
No, potato chips at number 1.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Potato chips. I think it's like salt. It's a little oil. It's the
What if
combo
it's
that does
what
you
if
in.
it's a healthy flavor like sour cream and onion? You get all the vitamins from the onion.
Here are a few more you might be surprised to see in the top 100. Bottled and fast food smoothies. Those are apparently
That makes
very, very
sense,
bad
yeah.
for you. Granola with added sugar. Yeah, I've known for a long time that granola, that's a myth, that the granola is so scary healthy
Well,
for
it was
you.
designed to be high in fat and calories to give you energy on the trail. So, I mean, if you're just eating it while you're at your desk, that's no good. Yes.
It's my trail sound right there. Let's see. Ketchup is on there. Ketchup is not good for you at all. Barbecue sauce, kind of similar to ketchup, I would think. A lot
My
of sugar.
father lives on ketchup. This will break his
Yeah,
heart.
it's a lot of sugar and salt.
That's
Yeah.
it. Frozen
On this
dinners,
list.
not good. I think probably because of the preservatives.
What about the corn in frozen dinners? Isn't that good for you?
Well, you can enjoy it a second time. That's the
second
good
time,
thing
yeah,
about corn.
corn.
And finally, coffee creamer, very bad. Very bad for you.
Yeah,
coffee
Carrie,
creamer.
International House.
Does she have coffee creamer all the time?
Yeah.
Bad and
So
fake.
she add
and
coffee to it.
No, just the creamer.
Just the creamer on her pancakes. That's all. Hey, by the way, I had a great breakfast over the weekend. I had breakfast with Teddy, my cousin Teddy, who was in town for a while. Fantastic. Good to see him. Let's see. Finally today, there's apparently a new workplace item that's kicking around, and it is called task masking, which is where employees spend a lot of time and effort just trying to look like they're working hard, when in reality, they're hardly doing anything. I've always thought this.
I don't think that's new. It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
think
new
it's been
name
going-
for
it's a
something
new
people
name.
have done forever.
Yeah.
Big surprise. It sounds like it's most popular with young Gen Z workers. There are videos on TikTok that offer advice for task masking, stuff like walking fast with a laptop stuffed under your armpit and typing really loud. I always thought that no matter what the circumstance, it can be a producer for a radio show, it can be a waitress in a restaurant, it can be somebody who is working in any situation. When you see that frantic run
Yeah.
back and forth business, usually stuff is not getting done. It sounds a little corny, but some managers are saying that it's a trend they're actually seeing trickle into their workforce. But honestly, it's something that always has been a thing, as we just mentioned, that people do. Now we just give everything names. Remember quiet quitting? Remember
Yes.
that? Do
Yeah.
you remember that, Rob Spiewak? Do you remember?
Easy.
Yes, quiet quitting. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, if someone looks too busy,
Yeah.
nothing's getting done. I believe in that.
You know, Mike, I was going to say, if a shout out to my peeps in Loudon. There's a guy that works at my Costco, and I'll just say this. He looks a little like Larry David, but I know that anyone who shops at my Costco will know he is a professional avoider. And I actually spot this guy when I go to Costco and look around, and guess what? He's never doing anything.
Ever.
So watch out for that. Ever. Ever.
Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. We will take a break. When we come back, we have a wonderful segment with Mr. Sean Greenwood from Ben & Jerry's. Hey, ice cream fans, you're not going to want to miss that. So check out Mr. Sean Greenwood. He's coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show. Do you need a little something extra to help you fall asleep? Try watching White Lotus. I'm kidding. But I think a few of those characters could use a little soul. Am I right? This podcast, I know they're around here somewhere, brought to you by Soul. There they are.
So
gummies.
good. Yeah.
Soul. The team at Soul just launched their new Nightcap Gummies, which are similar to their world-famous Sleep Gummies, but Nightcap Gummies have 3 milligrams of THC for people who require something a little stronger to go to sleep. The THC and melatonin in Soul's Nightcap Gummies work together to promote deep, restorative sleep. How? Well, THC helps you go to sleep faster and stay asleep longer. The melatonin signals to your body that it's time to sleep. And Soul's Nightcap Gummies also contain CBN and the old-fashioned CBD.
Yes.
So you sleep deeply, you wake up without feeling groggy, and of course, Soul obviously made them absolutely yummy delicious. The blueberry lemonade flavor puts the sweet in sweet dreams.
Aww.
Be like Rob. He subscribes
I do.
to them, and or he subscribed to them, and his doctor approves.
Yeah.
Plus, if you want to treat yourself, crack open a cold, out-of-office, sparkling THC beverage. So, hit snooze on crappy sleep and prepare for a great night. Go to getsoul.com and use TMOS, the code, for 30% off your order. That's 30% off your order using code TMOS. That's getsoul.com and code TMOS for 30% off. Well, this is always fun, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with Sean Greenwood, the grand poobah of PR for Ben and Jerry's. And this is a little different, Sean, this time, because we have had you in different places throughout your... How long have you been with the fabulous company?
I started like 35 years ago, somewhere around
35 years
Enough
ago.
to stop counting. You're not going to impress the Gen X kids anymore now. They just go, oh, Grandpa.
But I know, I can tell you when your associated started with him is your first meeting with him was at The Edge.
Yeah, all the way back then.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's true. Right. And no one will know the trivia question. What was the flavor we met over, Mike?
Oh, my God.
Sweaty balls.
Well, I thought back then it was vanilla.
Well, no, yeah, they didn't. No, it was. We were just barely past vanilla. It was our sweaty balls flavor that we connected over.
All the way back when that bit, the Alec Baldwin bit, was relatively that would be
2010?
Maybe 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the difference with this time. When Josh comes to me, anybody that's associated with the show comes to me and says, Sean would like to come on the show, or Sean's doing a PR tour, or Sean, it's never, they don't even ask because it's an automatic yes, because we love you and, you bring the wonderful stuff with you. But this is the first time ever that I have gotten this much lead time with a product.
We knew it was gonna be a problem.
I got the product a month ago, and I am counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 products that came, and you are just marvelous with providing us with this wonderful stuff that you have. The problem I have, even with my weight loss, even with the myriad of medications that I have taken to successfully lose weight, I do have an Achilles heel when it comes to ice cream. And when I also discovered that with a moderate intake of your product, I can still successfully maintain a healthy
Well, what
weight.
was your father's expression?
Moderation in all things, including moderation.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay.
The problem is, well, I suppose the best way to do it is to get right into the flavors and let you know what's here and what's not here. Now, I'm working off of memory because at some point, I don't know whether you suggested or somebody on the Mike O'Mara show suggested that we take notes.
Yeah, I believe I sent you a message. Take notes.
Look at that.
I need to take notes. I mean, it's the intergovernment. Are there certain things I might take notes on? Even a film. I watched a film last night thinking it might win an Academy Award. It didn't, And I finished watching the film last night. The film was The Brutalist. I started watching it last Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a lengthy one, isn't it?
So we got the product about a month ago, and my willpower is not that good. So I think that this is probably not going to be a surprise, but I think the best way to demonstrate what is my lack of willpower will be to just dive right in to your segment here. And we're very glad that you're at Rob's house. Have you had a chance to meet Rob's canines?
Linus came in this morning, and we already had some a little belly rub session, so...
It's wonderful.
Linus likes him. He came up
he's
and
a
jumped
sweet
right
guy.
up and to say hi. Carrie was surprised to see Sean, even though I only told her 16 times he would be here this morning. But she came down. I think she might have been playing coy with him. She came down and was like, "Oh, are you here?" And so there was that little bit of sexual.
Rob hasn't let him know that I'm staying the week, so we'll
and
see.
It's
how
okay by
things-
me. Yeah.
So Ben & Jerry's going strong. It is the best. Always has been. And the thing, I think, evolve or die, Sean. That's like any corporation, right?
You're exactly right. We can't be our father's ice cream forever. You got to kind of keep things new.
Exactly. You go into a Dairy's freezer case and look at Chunky Monkey, and you go, "Oh my God, that is so 1960."
Right.
when
Well,
you
it's
see
still
that.
top 10 flavor. And I always think of Cherry Garcia. That's my number one. When people always go, "Well, you work there. What's your favorite?" I tell them, and I was doing it at Emerson College once, and this co-ed goes, "Yo, Cherry Garcia, that's like a dad flavor." And I was like, "Oh, how
I got
dare
that-
you call me old?"
I get it.
got that exact situation with an intern.
Yeah.
I said, I like the Cherry Garcia. And they said, well, that's an old man flavor.
I know it because now I go do events and stuff, and if they're like, it's Rock and the Oldie show, the average age is going to be 55 to 60. I'm like, Cherry Garcia's like crack for men in their 50s.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
The thing about your product, and this just came to mind as we're talking to you, I have a Mardiv Wall very close to my home down here. There was great consternation in Rancho de los Muertos when the Walmart was coming in. However, when it was completed, I think we all now look at it like I do as the world's largest convenience store, including a vast selection of your product in
Amen.
there.
Yeah.
And I find myself now, it is more difficult for me to select a flavor because I like the new, I think because of our association, and I know there's always wonderful stuff on the horizon. So today you have brought for us a total of how many flavors will we be
We got 9, right?
9 flavors.
Yeah.
And I've got them all here, fresh out of the freezer.
And they still have some product in them each.
This one doesn't happen to have that.
This is like the Brutalist at Mike's home. This is what happened, was a massacre of pints that occurred.
Congratulations to Adrian Brody.
There we go.
For his Oscar.
For the goal.
I'll turn it over to you, and you just dive in
Please.
with what you want. I know that there's a new thing called Scoopa Palooza, which is a larger vessel for your product.
Yeah, look at the package side, right? Because it's the same shape, and you put a picture out, and everyone goes, "Oh, it's just a pint." But when you hold it up next to the pint container, they dwarf them, right?
Right.
So the whole deal, as you see on the lid itself, it says for sharing. So the idea with this is like the Ben & Jerry's pint is kind of the me moment, right? It's more like I'm on my couch, I'm watching my social or on my social media stuff, or watching Netflix, whatever. And this is more like, okay, let's have a product that you can actually bring to a birthday party, a get together, scoop it out, and have enough for a half dozen people. There's a lot of scoops in this thing.
Is it okay if you have a me moment with a bigger container?
It's a lot of me, right? This
Right.
is
Mike,
There is a lot of me.
right? I mean,
I'm not good at that.
right, but portion control, right? That's what we say. So
Correct me if I'm wrong. You made available to us 2 Scoopapalooza flavors, correct?
You should have
No.
at least 2, maybe more.
Oh,
really? I had
Oh,
There
no,
were
no,
4.
3.
There were 4.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. It was a long
So
time ago.
I think there were 2 to 3 that we were sending out, and I think we were just
I got
missing
3.
maybe 1. So
I got 3, and maybe one's missing.
We've
Yeah, I
got-
think you got 4.
Yeah, check your kid's bedroom. look under the bed.
I know which one of
For an
mine
empty
is
container.
missing. It was the first to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See, that's the contest. It should be which one disappeared first. There's a lot of scoops in there, so right, if you worked your way to the bottom of one, you go. There's obviously a favorite.
Yeah.
This, what would you like to talk about first?
Well, I mean,
Because-
if you're going to start Scoopapalooza, I would go vanilla is kind of the way to begin on this. So a vanilla and fudge brownie, right? So this one, they're all kind of this exceptional. Oh, look, there's still some in Rob's. Look
See,
at
I
that.
have some of it left.
Does have some left there,
Yeah.
right? They're supposed to be like great.
This is
beside
what
a
I
piece
have
of cake
left.
That's,
A lid?
just. It
right.
looks like it's been licked. Also, Mike. I don't know that lid.
I
escaped.
will
Licked
say
clean.
that the Scoopapalooza, which is essentially 28 full ounces of ice cream,
big container.
the Scoopapalooza that I have here was the first of all the ice creams that came to the house that I checked out.
Okay.
And in my humble opinion, I'm not doing this because it's 1st. This is not set up, but it is in my opinion, the best one of all. I love a great vanilla-based ice cream,
Right.
and this one was no one else. Carla may have gotten a taste, but no one else. This was a multi-nighter for me, and I think this is. I know it's vanilla fudge brownie. It's got chunks of brownie in it, but it was almost like a chocolate chip flavor.
True.
to me.
Yeah.
And-
There's this kind of beautiful simplicity of this lineup, right? All these Scoopapaloozas, they're not the same as Ben and Jerry's traditional stuff because it's not every chunk and swirl in the kitchen sink thrown in there. It's going to be a little more simple on the design. And so, like you're saying, Mike, they're just like you get in there and you start going, vanilla and chocolate is a great combination.
The best,
right?
yeah.
And I think when people, like every time we have a contest, we say to someone, create a Ben and Jerry's flavor, they start going, okay, I'm going to do coffee, and I'm going to do marshmallows, and I'm going to do peppermint sticks, and I'm going to do peanut butter cups. And you go, you know what? When you look at our best, like some of our best ones we've ever done, chocolate fudge brownie is chocolate with brownies in it. And so I think there's a little bit of that inspiration with these Scoopapalooza flavors.
Yeah, no, that's what it is, I think, because the base flavor of so much of your product being vanilla is so good by itself that it's just it's fantastic. So that's the Scoopapalooza. Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
And this one is amazing. The one that Carla got her hands on. And if you don't mind, I'll dive
Please,
through
let's
these
hear.
too.
And before you do it, can I put a button on the brownie one?
Sure.
I've always applauded your chocolate flavor profile at Ben and Jerry's, the best. But what's so great about this is you've had brownie chunks around before. This is really should be called vanilla and undercooked brownie because it's the centerpiece. Yeah, it is not like a dried. It's not Granny's brownies. This is a good brownie that's swimming in there, and this simulates a brownie sundae, one of the greatest desserts of all time.
Amen.
I'm going to. So that's what was left. Somehow the container went by the by. I'm not sure,
the
but
lid's still here.
this is really great. I got a fresh trash can here, and unfortunately, goodbye vanilla brownie.
That's
That's
so
great.
sad.
Carla got her hands on strawberries and cream. Another simple flavor.
Right.
I did not even get a sample of this. You will notice it is empty.
Totally.
And I washed
you
some of
missed
these
out because that's the best one.
That's
It's
what I
so
killed
good.
first.
Mike, that one's cleaner. I've
Bitch.
got just a prop here, and this that yours is cleaner than this one. That's impressive.
That
Never
is
been
that's
soiled.
wonderful. The prop. So we have the prop, and I'll do better the next time we have you on. I'll make every effort to keep stuff here because really, I know part of the deal is to sample, and that's part of the magic. And I take personal responsibility in sucking the magic out of this segment by
No.
by doing this. But this
Did
is
anyone-
Carla's fault.
Does anyone have any strawberry ice cream left?
John.
No, that was
I
that's
took
gone.
a little, and then the kids found it.
On the strawberry, as you know, Mike, I grew up in a gardening setting, so I know fresh berries. Not only is the strawberry have the best forward strawberry flavor I've ever tasted in an ice cream outside of homemade,
nice.
it's not overly sweet. And that's why the berries come to the front.
Right,
You
you
have
can actually- right.
It's strawberries and cream. And it is a light, refreshing, perfect ice
Can
cream.
I read something from the container back here? It might have been on the
Yes.
other ones too. I'm not sure. It says, this flavor is large and in charge. While you could attempt to jam on this strawberry swirled sweet cream concoction alone, We recommend you consume responsibly with friends. This is, I've never said a negative word about Ben & Jerry's. Don't tell me what to do.
Shove your jam.
Don't tell me
You're
what
not
the
the
F to
boss of
do
me. Yeah.
with my ice cream.
I will go top to bottom on this if I wish. And take your Surgeon's General warning on the back there. And
Right. And I like the way I was able to mention my 3-night lie and make that sound credible as well. And then the other scoop of Palooza that I have, I don't know if there's another one after this, I've got chocolate and fudge swirl.
yeah.
I am not a chocolate guy, but for the chocoholic, this is a fabulous thing. And another, all right, I'm reading, and what are they saying here? Sometimes bigger is better when it comes to sharing. Size matters. Enough with the friends, all right? Please.
You know why that said, we keep pointing out the size thing, because our pint container, the regular one, is 16 ounces, and the major competitor to us on the shelf, the one with a fancy European name from New Jersey.
That's it. We found that out last time you were here.
Right?
It's a made-up name, Bruce.
It was a really good marketing campaign, but they're 14 ounces. Right. Really? So as you were saying, Mike, with your Mart of Wall next door, I was on vacation in Florida the last month and was just down there walking around and checking the ice cream doors as I do. And you look at when it says the total price and then the price per ounce, and you do the math, and you go, oh, I see that. Like even though the Ben & Jerry's might be priced lower, you're still getting a better deal because it's a 16-ounce pint, not a 4. So we're always into you see size matters all over Ben & Jerry's.
Well, here's what's interesting about Florida. When you empty one of the large containers, the Scoop-a-Palooza flavor, you can get the ice cream out, fill it with sand, put it on a fence, and shoot at it. That's the way
that you can eat.
I just like to put the empty containers back in the freezer and watch the kids freak out.
Yeah, fill them with peas and put them back in the freezer and see what happens.
Back up. This is yummy too, and this is a chocolate one that people really, really love.
And I'm with you, Mike. I'm not the chocolate guy. Like when I go, I'm always a vanilla-based guy. And when I tried this one, I think this was it was like as good. And I love that chocolate swirl in there. To me, that was the game changer.
Two different flavors of chocolate going on.
Yeah. Yep.
You've got a creamier chocolate.
You saved some, didn't you? You saved
he's
some.
got
You're
the
always
whole
the
thing.
goody-goody.
Look at that.
He's always the
Mike,
goody-goody.
I saved at least some of everything except the strawberry.
Oh, that's
It's a sign of a
wonderful.
professional.
Now, Mike,
this
the
is really good.
The Scoop-a-Palooza flavor that you don't have in front of you is the coffee and fudge.
Oh, wrong. Okay, take it back. Take it back. Take it back. I misidentified the fudge brownie, the first Scoop-a-Palooza, the vanilla fudge brownie. No. Oh, my God. There was a time in my life where I was a coffee ice cream person. Like as a kid, I loved that flavor. Okay, what's the coffee Scoop-a-Palooza that I don't have? Because I think
Coffee and fudge chip.
It's coffee and fudge chip. I ate the container.
Yeah. And when he says that,
One
he
sit-in?
actually ate the cardboard.
See,
That
this is
came in.
where I should have taken
so that
notes.
was your
Josh.
favorite. Okay,
I
see?
should have taken notes.
I'm
Sean,
right behind you, Mike.
Josh, make a note. Next time, remind Mike to take notes. Would you please?
we're going to continue with Sean Greenwood. All you ice cream lovers, he will return with more of his delicious flavors. And once again, very, very sorry for eating all the ice cream. I simply could not control myself, but it's always great to have Sean here. We'll continue with him in just a second. But first, this program is sponsored by Liquid IV. Treat yourself. Treat yourself by gifting yourself the everyday indulgence of extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Powered by Live Hydroscience. You see me drinking it daily. I honestly don't like to do the show without Liquid IV. Flavors galore from grape and limon lime to pina colada or sugar-free raspberry lemonade, white peach or rainbow sherbet. White peach is my jam, man.
Yeah, man.
It's so clutch. Unlike sports drinks, Liquid IV delivers 3 times the electrolytes, 8 essential vitamins, and is always non-GMO, vegan, and allergen-free. I've been telling you these facts for years. Please try some Liquid IV. You won't regret it. Hey, Rat, you won't regret it.
You're the best.
The lady will have the linguine with white clam sauce and a Coke with no ice.
Hey, Rat, what are you doing here?
Hey, isn't this great? Tear, pour, live more. Liquid IV. Treat yourself to extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order with code TMOS at liquidiv.com. If you did not hear the announcement about the fabulous cruise that we are all going on in December, it's time once again to share one of the best TV commercials you've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. It's going to be December 5th through the 8th. That's right, all the way in December. Get your cabin now. And the people that had a little privy announcement on the bonus show subscription have already gotten some of their cabins, and they, ladies and gentlemen, were featured in our fabulous TV commercial. Want to know what's all about the TMOS Love Boat? Well, look what we've got for you right here, ladies and gentlemen. Then we'll get Sean Greenwood back on. Everybody, roll it, John. Fun. We bring it to you. Come aboard. We are drinking with you and fun. The best thing to have. The cloud. Let it flow. Flow right out of you. TMOS Love Boat. We will be making our debut run. TMOS Love Boat. We always put the FU in fun. Set a course for December, your mind on another blast. And fun won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile, not an open sore. It's fun. TMOS, don't get happy. Fun, 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 fun.
Beautiful.
That's great. A question before we get back to Sean. I wanted to ask both of you. I think, Josh, you will agree that on the scale of shirt wearing, you and I were a distant second compared to Mr. Spiewak, who seemed to have the best shipwear of anybody. Was that photoshopped in there? Is that how did you do that?
I bought epaulets. And then, Mike?
It's the things he cares about. There we go. Where did you get epaulets? Did you just go online and look for them? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
there it
Amazon has everything, and I taped them to a white sports shirt, and then I returned them for a full refund.
Oh, my God. His was the most credible, I thought, of all of them. They were fantastic.
And you know what? I tried to return the stethoscope, and they said, forget it. Just keep it.
That's awesome.
Well, now you got a green screen and a stethoscope. Who knows what you're going to do?
And you know what? If any ladies in the neighborhood don't feel 100%, I'll be taking visitors later.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth. All right, back to
bit.
Sean Greenwood, ladies and gentlemen. Sean, the coffee chip. I want to get it right. I want to get the name right for people that are going into
Coffee and
this.
fudge chip. Yeah.
Coffee and fudge chip is, I know it's a simple flavor again, it is the single greatest flavor that I have ever gotten from Ben & Jerry's.
Wow.
I'm not exaggerating.
That is a testament.
Once again, you and I love the simplicity of it. And previous to this, I liked vanilla base. I love coffee ice cream. I love chocolate chip ice cream. It is spectacular.
We can stop the interview here. We're done.
It's
This is all I
spectacular.
was looking for.
What was your favorite aspect of the coffee? Because I have one.
Your audio board. No, I'm sorry. My favorite aspect of it was the combination of two things I love. I love chocolate chip ice cream in all varieties, regular, mint chocolate chip, all of it. But coffee ice cream, I can eat standalone, and the chocolate that they put in it, I go out and get it, folks. Is that brand new, or is that just a larger flavor that you've already had? You've moved it into a larger vessel.
It is a new flavor. I don't think we've done it this way, right? We've done obviously plenty of coffee ice creams, but a different like coffee Heath bar or whatever in the past. Two things with this one. One is there are so many fudge chips in this. I will say
100%.
occasionally, if you're not a person who wants fudge chips in their thing,
Right.
this may be too much.
Right.
You may be. I don't know what the Surgeon General warning is on the back. Like fudge chip haters, put this down and walk away or something. The other
Right.
is Black and Bold is the coffee provider on this, right? So these guys are a black-owned business out of Iowa, a tremendous partner. We got more stuff coming up with those guys this year, but
It is
find they're right on the top. You can see their logo there. So definitely want to give those.
It
Absolutely.
is so
Yeah.
coffee forward.
Great.
Can you hold it up
coffee
again?
base,
Can
right?
you hold it up
Right.
again so
Yeah,
I can
we
take
see?
a look? Because I'm a. All right, there it is.
Right.
And
So-
because of the larger container, I enjoyed the coffee and fudge this weekend on an ice cream cone, which I've never done before with Ben and Jerry's.
Oh,
Wow.
you little sweet tooth. You. That it's awesome. It's fantastic. All right, let's move on.
All right, moving on. Let's talk Sundays, which is perfect on a Monday. We've got 4 new containers here that you see here. These are the smaller ones. They said more like our traditional pint size.
Right.
The idea with this is it's a sundae in a cup. You can see the design on the top, the design on the front, and so there is actually a frozen layer of whipped topping on the top of every one of these. So there's the ice cream flavor on the bottom, the whipped topping, then there's a layer of chunks and swirl on top that comes down. That's just spectacular. Like we should have Rob open one because it's the top when you open it and show like that's the reveal. That's the moment.
Which one would you like me to open?
I'm a Turtle Sunday guy.
Okay.
Yeah, love that one.
Let me open mine. I'll open mine for you.
Look at this.
Turtle Sunday was the one I got in trouble for not
It's a
sharing.
great reveal, Mike.
There
Look,
it is.
Ta-da! Let's show off Rob's because that may have a different
different
look on the
presentation.
inside.
Buttery ice cream with fudge-covered almonds and pretzel swirls, topped with caramel swirled whipped topping and fudge-covered pretzel pieces.
Right.
Oh, there it is.
So these are the over-the-top, decadent, like when you go, okay, I was looking for something new from Ben & Jerry's that's got all the chunks and swirls and the kitchen sink thrown in. This is a cool experience to eat. You actually have to go down through the whipped cream. So, we go do like these desk side visits usually a couple months before the thing launches with all these foodie folks. And when they're eating it, they're taking a spoonful of top and they go, it's just interesting. It's different. And I go, no, you got to push down through that whipped cream layer. You got to go like
a
an inch
real
layer.
sundae,
Right.
yeah.
So
Right.
make sure get down in there and spoon up. So if you need to get a longer spoon, folks, please arm yourselves appropriately.
Yeah, it's been so empty for so long. I was just seeing if there was any kind of fragrance.
Smells like bitterness.
Do you remember the layers at least?
This is, man.
Next time, Josh, he should write notes.
This has been around longer than Gene Hackman was lying in that house.
Look out.
I'm so
Too
sorry.
soon?
Too soon.
Way
I
soon.
apologize. Sorry about that. Wow.
Caramel on that is
Next
good.
year we'll videotape your reactions to each flavor.
I'm going through 2 things here. I'm going through anger at myself for no willpower and not at least having one flavor lying around. But it was a month. What do you expect? I'm a human being.
Now it's time to add to the shopping list.
I'm a man, flesh and bone. You got Dolce Delish.
Yeah, Dulce Delish. If you're like a salted caramel guy, this is their jam. Like we were saying, Mike, when you go, I'm not a chocolate guy. I always think like I'm a caramel guy more. So
Yep.
see, you there's still actually some left.
I
in
visited
Rob's.
this one,
He
yeah.
has seen that one already. Those
I'm amazed at Rob's. You got him about the same
Willpower,
time I did, didn't you?
Same time, yeah. And it was tough, man. I mean,
Yeah, but see, you have other ice cream in your house.
right
Not
from
a
the
See,
lot.
you have
Should.
other. This I didn't have. There was no ice cream in my house whatsoever. We have some popsicles that we
like Jerry Lewis liked popsicles.
No, these are the ones that are the real cheapos. That are the strips that you freeze. You can eat.
The freeze
Oh,
pop.
push pops.
Yeah,
or the
flavor
freeze
pops.
pops.
Yeah, flavor pops.
Flavor pops. So when you have flavor pops in your freezer, and then you got to put this delightful stuff in there,
Yeah.
it doesn't stick around long. So these are great. So this is a one-sitting product here.
It's a beautiful, again,
For
back
some.
to that me
Yes.
moment, sitting on the couch, cracking the lid on this, and easy to go top to bottom. It is.
You got a lot of
beautiful
these
product.
Sundays that have come out.
Can I
here.
ask you a question about
Please.
Ben and Jerry's caramel? Because I was a big fan
Please.
always of the core products, where you would actually get
Right.
a cone of caramel right throughout. Is it me, or does the Ben and Jerry's caramel have a note of citrus somewhere in it? It's a really complex flavor, and I can't put my finger on it.
I don't believe it's that. What I'm going to take a guess is it could be more of vanilla because I think source like a Tahitian vanilla that has a more of a floral. So that may be
okay.
what you're detecting.
But the caramel is
Yeah.
next level
Yeah.
in any Ben and Jerry's.
Josh, you liked the Choco Lotta cheesecake. That was your favorite, right?
Yeah, it goes that or the turtle. I went through both of them real fast.
Here's now, Sean. Just take this back to the powers that be, since you are the PR guy. This is what you want to read on a package. None of that. Hey, share with friends. What you want to do is we recommend diving spoon deep. Now that's what you put on a side of an ice cream container into this cookie thrilling, cheesecake dreamy, and fudge swirl spectacular sundae. It's the best way to achieve ice cream nirvana. Solid advice. Don't pay attention to the crap they put on the side of the big ones that says, get some friends. Don't eat it all yourself.
I have a question. Sean, do you have obviously like a PR department and people that market for the ice cream? Is there a fat guy that works in the department and a skinny guy? Because the skinny guy would write, this is great for sharing, and the fat guy is probably like, eat the whole thing.
We've got like 6 people who work on flavors of all shapes and sizes. So they're but they're professional tasters, so they know how, like they'll taste 20 of these a day.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have to be controlled, sophisticated individuals that do this, and that's beautiful.
Look
That's
at the
a beautiful
presentation
thing.
on that. Isn't that beautiful?
That's a
supposed
beautiful
to be
thing.
That's the walkway. Yeah.
I'll never forget my trip. I have been with my friend Colonel Colburn to the factory in Vermont, and I remember getting there, looking forward to the tour, and they were cleaning.
I think I remember this.
When you go to the factory, is there a store though?
There is
It
a
has
store.
all the flavors on display.
And they give you some ice cream.
Conveniently, Josh, they will take you on a lovely tour and then dump you in the overpriced gift shop like every other tour
Oh, it's like
place
Disney.
in the-
But let me.
exactly.
You know what? I'm a big one for calling out overpriced items. But let me tell you about this gift shop. This gift shop has scoops of a variety of ice cream scoops. Some expensive that are worth every penny, and some that were stolen from me when somebody visited the house. Might have been my daughter, and it's just great. And but this is the solid advice here. This is all the Sundays have solid pieces of advice on the side of them.
Roll up your sleeves, piggy.
Yes,
Let's get you
absolutely.
in there.
That's it. That's what I think.
oink.
Maybe hey hog, dive in. You want to. Vanilla ice cream. This is Cookie Vermonster.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
This
the
is
big
one that I actually wanted to save to open on air because it's
this.
it's the best sounding one.
It's a moment. It is.
Save it like a good student.
There's
know
got to
how
be
you
a
did
class
it.
favorite.
I don't know.
Right?
Can you open that? I
Yeah.
so wish I was there. I usually reach through the television right now and just
Take that.
grab
Rob,
it.
do you have 2 freezers? Is that how it lasted? You hid it in a different freezer?
I did put it in the downstairs freezer.
Okay.
I hid it under some garlic shrimp. And that's true.
Oh, God.
This is the
that's
Cookie
appealing.
Monster. Well,
All right,
Mike,
let's take a
the
look.
garlic
Smell.
shrimp was contained.
been-
Well, that's
from
really
Mall.
sealed. You pulled off the plastic outer cookie. Look at that. It's
Right.
got the good little chunks of stuff on
Right.
top.
That's
Yeah,
the.
this is shaved chocolate as opposed to chips, what we saw before.
You got to provide a little bit of texture difference because this one's got the double cookie in there, right? The chocolate chip cookie and
my
the chocolate
God.
chocolate chip cookie. So we think this will probably be the hitter, right? Usually cookie dough, anything you want to do, add some cookies are kind of a
God, there's
key
so
magic.
much going on with
Right?
this.
So
Yeah.
you go down through the whipped cream.
That's the
you get
decadent
the ice
part.
Cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll up your sleeves and don't,
This one, I
don't
must have-
breathe.
This one, the chocolate caramel brownie. I really attacked this. This is like this looks like it was dragged behind my car. It really
Does it have spoon
really
marks
was. This-
sticking out the side?
See what they say here. When salty meets sweet and chunk. Well, I'm sorry. Let me read properly.
Please.
It's real little writing for the older people. When salty meets sweet and chunk meets swirl, it's more than your average love story. With I'll try to read it like Keith Morrison. With dreamy chocolate, salted caramel, and fudge brownies. It's a non-dairy flavor you can bank all your forevers on. But was it really forever? We weren't quite sure. All right. Anyway, this is so.
Mike, you'll
so
like
yummy.
seeing this. There is no more than 2 centimeters left of this one. This one
Which
also
one is
got
it?
attacked. This is the chocolate caramel brownie that you
Oh,
were
it's a
talking
good
about.
flavor. It's a good
And
flavor.
I just realized something, and this is the honest to God truth.
By the way, we're here with Sean Greenwood from Ben and Jerry's. We just wanted to mention that. Yes, Rob.
I ate I ate almost a pint of this. I'll go ahead and say it's a pint. I didn't realize this is non-dairy.
Amen. Hallelujah. That's the deal,
And that's
right?
the honest truth.
No,
I
so
don't
this
know.
one is no milk, no cream. It's just oat milk base. We switched to this new oat milk base last year. So all of our, if you eat any of our non-dairy flavors, are now all oat milk base. It's smooth, it's creamy.
That's
It
amazing.
eats like ice cream, and so it's nice because you get to a point of going, I can just eat it. And I notice at work, right? One of the benefits, all of our employees will get 3 free pints a day when we're at the office. So you go, and at the end of the day, you see when employees are taking that flavor, or the converse, if they don't take it home, it's a dog. It's not going to sell on the shelves.
That's great.
Yeah,
That is
two
so
things
cool.
about the non-dairy, and for anybody that does, watch what they're putting in their bodies, it is relevant. The two things are, if you want to spot it when you're in there in the dairy section, you want to take a look. It's got that green top. That's how you know.
Green
They'll say
layer.
right there,
Yeah,
non-dairy.
green
And the
skirt.
second thing, when we had you on and we were debuting some of these non-dairies,
true.
not only is it a good ice cream flavor, it is a flavor profile that is unique and good. If I'm making sense with that, what I mean to say is the flavors of the non-dairy, this is not something where you're going to go, oh, what are they trying to do here? It has its own distinct but phenomenally delicious dairy flavor. It really does, even though it's a non-dairy product.
And
Really,
I've
really
got my daughter is dating a vegan, and he's great. So maybe I'll keep a pint of this on tap for him.
Yeah.
He was a professional baseball mascot for the.
Oh, she's still dating him?
Yeah, isn't that great,
Oh, Rob, well, that's not. No, you don't like him.
Mike? This ice cream is so good.
It can bring together families.
It is. Yeah.
Josh, note to self: we have to do a segment on Rob hating the boyfriend.
There's chocolate
Guess
on my
what?
cake.
That might have to be an extra.
Guess what, Dad? He's also a DJ.
Oh no!
Come on, Nick.
But in my previous relationship, we had a lot of non-dairy in the freezer, and it was all horrible.
Yeah,
this
right.
non-dairy was really good, and I gave it to the kids without them knowing. They couldn't tell the difference.
And these
can't
guys
tell the
were around. Like the first years when we had them, you could admit that our stuff we were trying, but it wasn't as good as it is now.
was a texture
right?
thing,
like
as I
right,
recall.
almond based back then, it was a lot thinner.
Yeah.
This stuff's like much creamier, smoother. So
It's-
we've improved, right? I
Mike,
won't say.
I've gone the whole interview without using my favorite phrase, but I'll say it now. That non-dairy has a great mouth feel.
I hate it when you
Right,
say
it's
that.
texture. It's some people hate the word moist. You just get over it.
Mouthfeel.
It is a texture thing, though, for sure, right? Like because it used to be in, like you're saying, Josh. If you have a non-dairy eater in your house and they go like, here, I bought this. It's coconut based, but it says it's strawberry ice cream. You go, no, that's coconut flavor,
it comes
or
through.
it's really thin and it's
was
so it's
never
not
real
smooth and
ice
creamy.
cream.
Yeah. So that's we're
This is.
lucky. The team's kind of figured it out. I
All
think,
this information can be garnered at www.benjerry.com. No and in there. benjerry.com. Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Celebrities love it.
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
I don't know how that slipped.
Does she like it in October?
Oh, you want that one?
Yeah, I want the long
too?
one.
All right, hold on just a second. Oh, my God. Now I can't find it. I'm doing what I
Well,
do
let
to
me
you all
take
the
a
time.
moment just to remind everyone that Happy's Place airs every Friday night on NBC, and you can catch it on Peacock the very next day. And I was
Hey,
shocked.
everybody, this is Reba McEntire. Happy Halloween.
There you go.
There it
love
is.
it.
Were you pleased that the show won an Oscar? It's the first time a television show has won an Oscar, and it
wonderful.
was Happy's Place.
This is great. Remember, please, my favorite, and we can all go around and recommend our faves of the new stuff. The Sunday flavors are are decadent. I mean, really, that's a reward product if you want to do that. Of all the Scoopapaloozas, the coffee chocolate chip. One of the greatest flavors I've ever enjoyed from Ben & Jerry's. And yes, simple, but simple is good too. All the great chefs that I've known always say, simple, 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 including my friend Gerard Panko, who once said to me, do you know why you Americans get bad food? No, Gerard, why? Because you accept it. And he also, it's just parsley and butter on top of the skeleton. But anyway, it's fantastic. Where does your world tour take you after this? Where are you headed?
I'm
Back to
heading
Vermont?
to LA today, so we'll be out West Coast and
Los Angeles, man.
gonna be
That's
going
awesome.
there. And
It's the best. Always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you
guys
for
are
taking
fun.
the time to come in and
let
join
us know when you need other shipment, Mike. I understand if things are low, because these are showing up on shelves now around the country. So your listeners may not see them in their store today, but you guys got kind of the
Worth
sneak peek. Yep.
seeking
Yeah,
out.
they're coming out though,
Yeah.
so keep an eye peeled.
I never ask you ever. I've never done that. I've never abused the friendship. But if if a container of that Scoopapalooza coffee chocolate chip showed up on my door, I wouldn't be disappointed.
I'm
Or a
just saying,
subscription
'cause-
plan.
A subscription
Once a
plan.
month.
There you go. Yes, yeah.
coffee
Don't get it confused.
fudge.
And I
Sean
would just
Greenwood,
like dry ice. It's fun to play with. So if you want to
you
send that along.
are the best.
Yes.
Thank you so
Always
much
great
for
to see you.
joining
Thank you
us. We
guys for having
appreciate
us.
it.
Very,
This is the
very
Mike
generous.
O'Mara Show, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be right back. We will be right back with the beautiful video, ladies and excuse me, that was
Stop
not
it.
professional. It's
Gross.
just because I didn't get any ice cream, and I think my stomach is actually growling because I didn't get any ice cream
Angry.
and I want it. And
I
please,
mean, didn't
Josh,
have any left.
you talk to Greenwood, please send the chocolate chip coffee. TMOS, we mentioned it before. We're going to mention it one more time. Ahoy, everybody. Get ready to set sail with the Mike O'Mara Show. That's us. It's the TMOS Love Boat. Set sail with the Mike O'Mara Show crew aboard the spectacular MSC Seaside for an unprecedented weekend at sea. Man, what a beautiful boat. We depart on Friday, December 5th from fabulous Miami Beach. That evening, an exclusive TMOS cocktail party. Saturday, an epic excursion to Nassau and a live TMOS show that evening. Sunday, a visit to a dazzling private island, followed by TMOS Team Jeopardy. That night, we return on Monday to Miami, armed with memories of a lifetime. Your package includes that Sunday night we return. Okay, that's right. That's right. We
No,
Monday
no,
morning. we
Monday
return.
morning.
9 a.m.
Monday. Well, it's a
Monday
private
morning.
island followed by a TMOS Team Jeopardy that night.
Yes. ...
We return on Monday to Miami armed with memories of a lifetime. Your package includes the beverage package, $50 in onboard credit, the Wi-Fi package, all your food, an exclusive TMOS Love Boat gift bag with that great t-shirt, and of course, the private TMOS events, your accommodations and onboard entertainment, all included. Interior, ocean view, and balcony cabins are available, but balcony cabins sell out first, so don't wait. Secure your spot with just a small deposit and ask about easy financing and payment plans. Book now at tmoscruise.com. Questions? Hit us up at cruise@mikeomarashow.com. Reserve your cabin right now. This is huge, so don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime TMOS adventure. Book your spot today. First cruise we've ever done, tmoscruise.com. And now for some beautiful video.
Hey, that's beautiful video, Mike. I guess you called me this morning and called my attention to this. Poor Billy Joel. What's
Yeah.
going on there?
That's a shame. A little fall. He's 75, so he's
God.
no spring chicken anymore.
Let's take a look at Billy Joel falling.
He's doing. What's this? Oh dear. There he goes. He's throwing a mic stand into the audience. Oh, down he goes.
Now I'm sorry, that was very chilling video, but the audio wasn't very good. Luckily, I know the guy, Mike.
Did he have several falls during the concert?
There was another fall.
Okay.
And luckily, I know the guy who was running board for
Oh, good.
Billy Joel, and I was
Okay.
able to pull an isolated track.
Let's
and
listen.
Here he is. This is him finishing up another song last night on the show.
Everybody's talking about the new sound, funny, but it's still rock and roll to me.
And the band finished.
They did.
They were really composed, weren't
No
they?
respect for him.
That's amazing. It sounds so good. What a great recording.
Thank you. Mike, I don't know if we've ever talked about that. How do you feel about heights? Are you scared of heights?
Yeah, I don't like heights at all. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, and that was not made any better by vomiting on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Well, you are certainly not going to like this. They were cleaning windows near Columbus Circle in New York City.
Oh, that's such a big building. I know
And
the
they
building
did
you're
not.
talking about.
I guess they might have been in a hurry because, there's the up and down ropes for when you do it in a wind washer, but there's also ropes that attach you to the building.
If this is the building on Columbus Circle I'm thinking of, this is not going to
Mike, these poor guys.
City today, the dramatic high-rise rescue, 2 window washers twisting in the wind at the 78th floor, their scaffold smashing into windows, glass falling to the sidewalk below. Here's Stephanie Ramos.
Tonight, this terrifying scene high above the streets of New York City.
Wow, it's spinning like crazy right now.
2 window washers not secured to safety lines swinging out of control off the 78th floor of a skyscraper in Columbus.
And also, I'll go back to it, but she is like the anti-Josh. She said swinging.
Yes. Swinging.
She added a G.
There's people in there, workers dangling.
Their scaffolding swinging in the wind, nearly 700 feet in the air, smashing apartment windows with residents inside. Razor-sharp glass raining down on the street below.
Oh my God.
Firefighters racing to the scene.
We currently have the workers tied off on safety ropes. They are secure.
Nobody was hurt, but a lot
we
of
have the workers tied off with safety ropes. They are secure.
What they did is they said up that there was a cop there, and he yelled up. He said, "Are you guys okay?" And they said,
Everybody's talking about the new sound. Funny, but it's still rock and roll to me.
I like the band finishing.
Mike, when they landed, do you think they could have used a drink?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I found a vintage ad that's right up your alley.
Oh, good.
Because you know this celebrity, and I don't know if he's a good fit for the product or vice versa, but Thunderbird wine is a great product.
Man, oh man, that was a joke back in my day, way back in the day. Thunderbird, the cheapo stuff.
Mike, it's what is known as a fortified wine,
yes.
Which means they put a lot of crap in it.
They do.
And who would you like to speak for Thunderbird? How about Hollywood great James Mason?
I like the unusual flavor of Thunderbird wine. It's an exceptionally good drink for every occasion. Thunderbird has an unusual flavor all its own. Not quite like anything I've ever tasted. I suggest that you try Thunderbird. It's really delightful.
I can't even imagine.
I would like to transport this to a number of convenience stores and have it consumed by derelicts out on the streets, wrapped in paper bags, please. Yes.
He said, I purchased it at 7-11.
Yes, it's wonderful. It's got an unusual taste. It doesn't exactly taste like wine. It more or less tastes like wine with just a hint of brie cheese.
Is it fortified, Mr. Mason?
It's fortified with homeless Gribblies.
Let's close with this, Mike. I know you're a huge fan of Engelbert Humperdinck, and he's touring again, which is great because
1,000 years old.
Mike, when you see his video from Instagram, you're going to say, hey, what took him so long to come back? He looks good.
Okay.
He sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
He's Engelbert Humperdinck.
Well, hello. It's Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, hump day. Guess what? I'm just getting ready to jump in the pool and do my exercises. So just before I do that, I thought I'd give you a shout and say hello. It's a lovely blue sky up there, and it's a lovely day today. So I'm going to do my exercise and get fit get ready for when I come back on the road again. Okay. And in the meantime, oh yes, I forgot to mention. All those wonderful comments you gave on my, all the songs you suggested for me to do in my show, songs I've forgotten about, and you brought them to mind. I was really thrilled to look at them. Brought back some wonderful memories, and so I say I'm still working on it. So
yeah, you are
coming. Okay, take care. God bless you, and remember, I love you. Bye.
All right.
Mike,
okay.
That's the take he chose.
Now, fillers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a possibility of the original hair just colored.
Colored,
right?
Yeah. But it still looks like an outtake from Substance.
It looks a little Gene Simmons-like, doesn't it, with that
oh my
jet
God,
black
you're
hair?
dead on. Let's see that again. Let's see the photo again.
Well, hello.
All right, here we go.
Well, hello.
There he is.
I attribute my longevity to Thunderbird wine.
Oh, Mr.
Wow.
Humperdinck.
Oh,
By the
God
way,
bless
not
him.
his real name.
No.
His name is simple. It's like Ted Smith or something.
Mel Schwartz.
That's what it is.
That's it. We got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget the cruise on sale now, December 5th through the 8th. We will see you there. Get your cabins, especially if you want the real good ones on the outside with the balconies. Go get them right now. TMOS Love Boat Cruise, there for your taking. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it. For all the people that have already gotten your rooms, man, do we really appreciate it. Making us look really good with the cruise ship company. For Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak, and our thanks to Sean Greenland from Ben & Jerry's.
Yes.
Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye, folks.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.